opening goal of the season, and we're on our way to picking up the first 3 points.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to Nacional, where in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at what's going on with the club and also have a game at home against Vista. They are a newly promoted team. I'm fairly certain there's been a lot of teams who've kind of just had a resurgence and have managed to climb up. I mean, you can see there, I don't know why it doesn't show their recent history, but they were in 2022 there in the amateur division, and now we're just here all of a sudden. So we'll be playing against them today. In tomorrow's episode, we do have our Copa Sudamericana game. We'll play up against MC Talk, who are a Montevideo team, and Montevideo City Talk, that's the official name, in the preliminary round there, as you can see, and then there'll be another game after that. If we win that game, we're through to the group stage. In terms of what's going on at the club at the moment, we've obviously had our pre-season. It's been interesting, as you can see here, quite big wins, but also a few draws, in particular to the reserves, which was an interesting game there. As you can see now, it has been the transfer window. It's been an interesting one, really. I think we've not had loads of money to work with. The wage budget has been alright, but we are exceeding it. As you can see there, we still do have a little bit of money, and we've had to also go into the scouting budget as well, which is not ideal. We have made some transfers now. This is how the team's looking at the moment. We are looking to try and strengthen the back line, like the defense, but it's mainly free agents. A lot of our business has been, and we've made one signing in the defense. We're going to take a look at those signings and then explain that after, if we go and turn the page. The first player we brought in was Diogo Guzman. He's now our highest paid player, 28-year-old Argentinian. Looks like a really good player in that attacking midfielder position. Some real good qualities, and I think he will be really good in that position. Quite a versatile player as well. We brought in Julio Camargo. He is a centre-back prospect. As you can see there, we've got all the attributes you want. 193 centimetres, good heading, good marking, really good tackling. Uruguayan international. I think he'll be good at the back four. As we brought in Toribio Greco. He's a Brazilian player formerly of Flamengo. As you can see there, his fee was like 2k or something like that, 1.9k, so it was a good deal to bring him in there for just that amount of money. And then we brought in here, I didn't realise I'd done this until I had done it. I think it was confusing me a little bit when it happened. We brought in two players with the same name. Marcos Vinicius, he comes in on this right side looking like a real good player. He comes in from Brazilian international there. As you can see, a bit of a squad player, but might get the start as well on that right side, can play in a number of positions. And then we've got Marcos Vinicius, who looks like a real interesting player, 196 striker. He reminds me a bit of Tom back at Las Palmas. He comes from the same club as well, I think. Or it might have been Gremio actually, where Tom came from, but Marcos Vinicius looks like a real good player. We'll just have to get used to the names, but remember the striker is Marcus, and then we've got the winger as Marcos, so hopefully we can split between the two. I don't know how we'll distinguish, but I don't know how it happened. I didn't even realise, but I made the signings in the end, and that's what happened. Now we've got the squad's not looking too bad. Obviously, I would have liked to have gone into improving the defense a little bit more, but I think it's a case of if we signed a lot of free agents, a bit of money spent on some players, but 16k there, 43k there, which was quite a lot on Camargo, and hopefully he does alright, but it might be quite a lot that we spent on him. I mean, there's a lot of money that's been spent over the years, and we've hardly spent any really. It was 1.7 million there for a player. I don't know what he's doing now, but it looks like he was alright whilst he was here, but we haven't got money like that. We've had to pick it out from places, sell some players, where we have made a little bit of money. To be fair, if we go and take a look, you can see 105k out there, and then on the other side, no money made there, but we had to generate around 100k small, bring the squad down a little bit, and there is some players who can still go on and leave after this transfer window, but the squad is alright. Bortagare on that right side now. It'll be interesting to see how he does, because he is a good attacking threat, but he is obviously left-footed. We can swap players around, but I think the depth, particularly the attacking depth, I think what we struggled with a bit last season was, I think we had a lot of we only got like one goal or sometimes no goals in games. I think we could have been a lot more convincing in the attack when maybe the defense was a bit more nailed on. So I think that's a case of sorting that out if we need to make those defensive additions. we can, but I don't think the team is in its worst state really. It's just maybe the defense needs a few additions, but the attack and midfield didn't need changing, is in a very good position. Let's go and show it off in this first game of the season. It's into the Uruguay First Division, our first full season, and it's up against Bella Vista at the Gran Parque Central. So the team for this game against Bella Vista starts with Blanco in goal. We've got a backline of Antoni, Gregorio, Camargo, Bortagaray, Cabrera, De Los Santos, and Guzman in the middle, Noble on the left, Rossi on the right, and Marcus Vinicius up top. Kick off here in this game. Hopefully we can get that opening day victory. Very solid team that we have, and also quite a lot of depth as well. Now the problem with that is, will we use it or not? We'll have to see. Here's Marcus Vinicius, who's found himself in a bit of a right side position. It's Bortagaray who cuts in, Guzman into Cabrera over to his left side, or the shot from Cabrera instead, and it just goes wide off the post. In the end, close to being a very, very impressive opening goal of the season. Now, I don't know what's going on with this group or the league table. It is a bit different once again. I don't think... Oh, they're here, yeah, Penarol are here, but there is some teams who aren't here, like, from before. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know, but it is a little bit different. We just have to pick up points, really, and just go and do our thing as Marcus Vinicius hits the post there from that chance. So unlucky to not be able to convert there as De Los Santos. It falls out to Gregorio, who finds himself in this position from centre-back. De Los Santos into Antoni, who's cut in. Noble now, can he have the shot? He cuts in and he has the shot, and it just goes over the bar. In the end, this is good early start for us, though. We're threatening, we're creating those chances, and this is exactly what we need, to be quite convincing in the attack, but also minimise the threat of the opposition in the defence by defending. And I think that's what we've done so far by attacking and having these good attacking chances. Here's Noble in behind. Can he play a ball in behind to whoever it is on this left side? Guzman, I assume it is Guzman. And now the ball goes into the middle and it's into the hands of the Bella Vista goalkeeper. In the end, we're threatening. We are threatening, but the goal has not come as of yet. It's been a good start, though. As I said, that depth is looking really, really good. Who we bring into this game, we've got lots of options, particularly in the attack. We have so many players who we can bring in. We might have to, we get rid of some. We might have to get rid of some. Maybe players who are not that convincing in the first half of this season. We might have to go and get rid of. As Noble is in behind here. Can he have the shot? He does have the shot, and that's 1-0 here. Opening goal of the season, and we're on our way to picking up the first 3 points. It's Noble with the goal, and that is it's been deserved. I think it's exactly the start that we wanted. We're 1-0 up here in this game, and I think it could be quite the display here at home. We need to pick up as many points as possible. We want to be much more convincing than we were last season, where we took the foot off the gas a little bit at times, and I think it wasn't a good start for the team, but we also didn't finish in the best position, and we also want to build up a good bit of momentum, get some of these boys gelled into this team, get the sharpness up, and everyone ready to go and play in that preliminary round, where if we win, we're through to the group stage. We would have to knock out another Montevideo team, but I guess that's part of it. I think they make the 4 Uruguayan teams play against each other, because I think I saw it happen last year where that happened. So it's something similar here. As Noble with an effort, and he's rushed that really. He shouldn't be doing that from that range. He could have played in back post. Bortagaray, it might have been Rossi. I think it was Rossi in the end, but 20 minutes goes in this game. If we continue to play like this, who knows how many goals we can get. There's a ball in near post. Headers trying to be won. It's Marcus Vinicius with a bicycle kick. I thought that was in. How close was that from Marcus Vinicius? So close. He's not able to convert. In the end, though, we'll go and offer some words of praise when we get the opportunity, potentially after this corner. Should we make it 2-0, it's into the middle, and that is into the hands of the goalkeeper. Maybe need to take it off the, playing balls right into the centre, especially when we have such a player like how we do at the near post now in Marcus Vinicius. We might score here. It's back post instead, and it's hit the post. How close are we to get him? I feel like whenever we get like one goal and we're always on the attack constantly, we just never get that second one, and it's something similar here. But I think we're 1-0 up, third in the table. We're picking up a big 3 points as it stands, and I cannot complain really. We'll obviously have a few games before that Copa Sudamericana game, as Noble with another header, and it's into the hands of the keeper again. We'll have a few games before that Copa Sudamericana game, but then when it comes to that, we will be hopefully with a lot of momentum, a lot of sharpness, and these boys ready to go. I assume the team will be similar to this. I think this is the best team that we have on paper. Maybe a few changes at the back when we tested a little bit more in these games coming up at the back. We might have to make some changes accordingly, but if the team that we're playing at the moment is suited and ready to go, then we'll go and do it. We're playing against a Uruguayan opposition. We might even play against them before we actually go into that game, so we can see how they're doing. We'll obviously have the data report, which will be really in depth because of it being a local team who we can just go and literally visit down the road if we wanted to. Rossi plays the ball into Marcus Vinicius. Can he get his first of his time here with Nacional? He's not able to convert in the end, but what an eventful first half it has been here. I've just seen talk were there in the table. I don't know what's going on in their games. Ideally we want them to not have the best time in their opening part of the season, so everything just goes in our favour really. But against the Uruguayan opposition, I think we can get that win wrapped up. Hopefully it's a very good display, and then we go and obviously draw our group, whoever we're up against, and hopefully we get that first out of 4 teams. As the shot there from Vinicius, he's been unlucky. I think he has been unlucky. He's missed some chances, but he had a lot of chances. But I think he's been unfortunate to not get a goal really, because he has been really, really threatening, and so has this whole Nacional team. For one game of the episode, we are getting our money's worth. It will just be the one game, obviously, with going over the team and what's going on, but we have definitely got our money's worth in this fixture, as Marcus Vinicius can play in. Rossi, can he play the ball in behind? He's advancing. Rossi's going to look to square. He does. Guzman with the shot, and we can't score. We fully cannot score. How much XG we generated in this first half? 2.3 XG, and it's only amounted to 1 goal in the end. That's non-penalty XG as well. We've not even had a penalty in that, or else it would have been like another 0.9, like 3.2 or something like that. But we might go and get that second goal now as Cabrera finds Noble. He's advancing. Noble been so threatening down this left side. It falls back out to Antony. Back to Noble. He cuts in. Lovely touch and lovely finish. 2 goals for Noble, and that is 2-0 here in this game. It's taken his time. They've all taken their time, but that is 2-0 here, and we are surely on our way to picking up a first 3 points of the season against opposition we should be beating, but we have been so threatening. I mean, you can see there the highlights are just on key highlights, and they've all been key highlights. We've had about 10 key highlights, one of the longest games I think we've ever seen, and we've only into the first half, about 6 to 7 minutes in this game. Marcus Vinicius, and he's put that over. And I mean, it's only his first game, his first 45. If this is as many chances as he's getting, it's good, but he's got to start putting some of those away. He's got to be doing a little bit better there, but we'll give him his chance. Tom obviously had a very slow start at his massive height, whatever it was. I think he might have reached 200. I think he was 197, and Marcus Vinicius 196. Or it might have been 196 for Tom as well, something like that. I have a feeling he was 200 centimetres, I don't know why, but he had a slow start and then he got into it. Antony squares it, and there is Guzman for 3-0 here, his first goal for the club. And I'm telling you, he's a good player, and a lot of these players who we brought in have got the potential to go on and do well at different times. Some of them may just be rotation players, some of them will be really key players. They are all going to have a contribution, and that is his first of his time here. We'll go and look to make some changes. Britos on to that left side. I think Bortagaray off for Gutierrez. We can make those changes, but it's just in terms of the quality. How good is that quality? We have to question, and hopefully they, I hope they put a shift in when they do come on. I don't know what Noble's doing here. There's a ball in behind, and nothing will come of it in the end unless this player can win it back. He does win it back, and now all of a sudden the attack is on, but it isn't in the end. Guzman into Marcus Vinicius, going to look trying to hold it up and knock it on. Maybe he does. He plays in Noble in behind, and he's advancing now down this left side on for his hat trick. Guzman, can he play the return ball potentially? Antony, he's advancing now. Can he play it to Noble? He doesn't. He goes to Guzman. He's dispossessed, but he plays in Noble in behind for his hat trick, and that is it. 4-0 here, and Noble scores his hat trick. What a performance from him. And that is, we might have brought in these new players, but he's still scoring. It's a hat trick on the opening day at home for Nacional. 4-0 here in this game. What a performance it has been, and there is no cause for complaint really. We can look to make some early changes. Can we get a few more goals in this game? De Los Santos plays the ball into the middle. It's Marcus Vinicius with a header, and it's so close once again. I think he is threatening though. That header is a good header, you know. He has to really turn his body, get his body language correct, and from that range as well. He's also like leaning back a little bit. We've generated 4 XG in this game, and he's contributed a lot to that. And I'm sure his first goal will come eventually. It might come here as De Los Santos finds a ball. It's into Noble. De Los Santos with the shot, and it's a save in the end from the Bella Vista goalkeeper. But it's been a rough day for them. Hopefully they don't have too far to travel back. They probably don't. They probably are a Montevideo team, as all of these teams seem to be. I don't know why. It's not the biggest country, so that is probably why. But a lot of them are coming from this city where we do rule, as we find ourselves top of the table. And we can go and look to make a few changes. I think Noble off, might as well go and rest him. We'll bring on, I want to bring on Marcos Vinicius. He is a right winger, but we'll go and do it. We'll bring on Petroni, and then we'll leave Vinicius on. I don't think he's too tired, as in Marcus Vinicius. I don't think he's too tired. We'll bring on Nicolas Gomez there for De Los Santos, who's had a really good game. He's been involved in all of these attacks, but what a game it has been for us, you know. Really turned it up a gear since the first goal. We've been absolutely threatening, you know, since 45 minutes. I think the second one actually, where, you know, we didn't get the goals, but then when we started to score those goals, they couldn't stop. And that's why we find ourselves 4-0 up. There's a ball behind here. Poor defending really, and it might just be a consolation here for Bella Vista. But you know, in times of, you know, where you're winning like 4-0, can't get complacent, and we have maybe got a little bit complacent. We can't get complacent in our observations of the team as well. And we have to look at the fact that why we're not defending that, why have we not gone across there. It's poor work really. But 80 minutes goes in this game, 4-1 up, and it will be opening day 3 points by the looks of it. We might even go top of the table based on the goal difference, so long as we don't concede here as it goes into the hands of Blanco. He's going to look to try and distribute this ball here wherever they go. He's doing some interesting movements in his decision making. He goes out to Camargo. In the end, we've not seen much of these defenders, which I guess is a good thing because they've not had to defend. Apart from that, obviously, one goal from the set piece. I think set pieces have been a bit of a weakness for us, but it's a good thing, I guess, that we've not had to see them, and you know, they've not been tested that much. But it will be nice to see that in a few games coming up. There's a lot of things we have to look at, you know. Who is the main team going to be going on with all this depth that we have? How are these defenders going to do? How is this defense going to be arranged? It's going to be an interesting time in between, but I think hopefully, you know, the game, that preliminary round game, will be kind of an accumulation of everything that I've seen in these few games that we'll have in between. It's Marcus Vinicius goes wide. In the end, it's been unfortunate for him. He's had his chances, but I just don't think he's been able to get it. But yeah, hopefully next game we are just as convincing as we are here. The full-time whistle goes. That's a 4-1 win. Massive result here in this game. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this little tune. I'll see you again tomorrow for our first Copa Sudamericana game. Thank you, bye.